Hey guys, it's Kat. When you're watching this, I'll have been on YouTube actively for 6 months, and I decided I kind of wanted to share my journey with it and tell you a little bit that you probably didn't know. Even though I've actively been on YouTube for 6 months, I actually created this channel, I think June 13th of 2017, over a year ago, and I did post a video either in June, July, maybe even August of last year. I feel like it was June, but I'm not 100% sure. I wish I would have just privated it when I started to actively post, but instead I actually completely deleted it. Honestly, it was just a haul. It wasn't anything super interesting, but I kind of just wanted a fresh start. However, I also had a channel before this. It does still exist, but you cannot find any of the videos because I did private those, but I didn't delete them. I think that was in 2010 or 11 that I started that channel. Might have even been before that. I think I ended up posting a few things about cheer, and I tried to make a short film with one of my childhood friends, and I had no idea what I was doing. But I've always loved videos and making videos and also starring in videos. And some don't know this, but I did go to a modeling and acting school that I have like a certificate from graduating from. But I don't really do much with that anymore. However, I do still love making videos. I just have changed so much about what I wanted to make them about. Originally, I started YouTube wanting to do what I feel like is the typical thing to want to do, and that's makeup. So that is why I'm doing this with like some full glam, which is not something you'll see in like any of my videos. This is not something that I typically do. But I got a little wild tonight trying to film a different video and it failed, so I ended up getting inspired to make this one. I actually ended up getting a ton of makeup, and I don't have a lot of the makeup anymore. I still have a lot of makeup, but not like a ton, because I had started my minimalism journey about a year and a half ago. Just wanted to simplify my life. I would not consider myself a minimalist, and I wouldn't say I'm even close to being done with my minimalism journey. There's just been a bump in the road, and by that I mean a bump in my belly. I am currently 37 weeks pregnant, and by the time you're seeing this, I may have already had her, or we will be 3 days away from my due date. She's by far the biggest blessing I've ever gotten in life, but for once we're not going to make a video about her. However, she is a huge part of the reason I actually got the motivation to start making these videos. I wanted to document my journey, not to glamorize it, but to help others who potentially have faced the same things, or just to maybe provide some entertainment. One thing I've realized is I think a lot of people think when I'm promoting my videos it's to get money of some sort or something like that. I don't know if you know how YouTube's new system works, but you can't even monetize your videos until you have 40,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. I'm nowhere close to that. So I do not make any money from like AdSense from monetizing videos because I can't monetize my videos yet. I don't care because I didn't start this because I wanted to make money. I started this because I wanted to help people. And it's just kind of a hobby. It has led me to other opportunities that have been wonderful, and so I'm so thankful I did start it. And it's also taught me a lot about myself. I also at one point wanted to post singing videos, which you also might not know because I don't really share the musical side of me anymore. And that's partially just because my passion for it has just like gone away. I do still love singing, but it's definitely a hobby. Not something I'm really interested in as a career. I like singing, but music is not necessarily a passion of mine. Kind of like cheerleading and acting. They're all things I'd like to do, but not as much cheerleading. But none of them are ones that are current passions. None of them are insanely relevant. I want to talk about what YouTube means to me, which you might find a little boring, but I figure maybe not, and maybe you can relate. So I started watching YouTube when I was young, and obviously wanted to create on YouTube for a really long time. And one of the first YouTubers I ever watched was Jenna Marbles, and I remember I would just binge watch her videos and they would just provide so much entertainment and just a distraction. I think YouTube has that effect on most people, and it still has that effect on me, but I've also used YouTube to grow as a person. So like I said, minimalism, I found out about that and simplifying my life and kind of focusing on more intentional living. Obviously I have not mastered that at all, but it's a work in progress. All that I learned from YouTube. Makeup, I learned it from YouTube. Granted, I wouldn't say I'm great at it. As you can tell, I kind of look like a clown, but that's okay, because I had fun doing it. I've also learned a lot about myself, and just different videos have helped me so much in different channels. And I just feel like I've grown so much as a person because of YouTube, and it's truly changed my life for the better. So I may not create the best content, but it's a work in progress. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn more. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to better my videos. I'm trying to better my content. I'm trying to better myself. And not to grow as far as a career or anything like that, but to be able to provide better content, to reach out to more people, to help more people, to be that person for other people. I've said this since the beginning, but if I can help one person, then it was worth it to me. I'll be honest, I have had moments where I just wanted to give up. And I got too caught up in views and subscribers, and I was like, wow, I don't understand why I am not growing. I don't understand why I don't get more views. I don't understand why I don't get more subscribers. But what really helped me was just not even thinking about that anymore. I don't even really check that. I don't check the watch time anymore. I just create the content that I want to create. I work hard on it. I put the effort that I put into it, and I post it in hopes that it will help somebody. So for anyone that does want to create a YouTube channel, I say do it. And post what you want, how you want, when you want, and don't get too caught up in the things that don't matter. I've compared myself to other YouTubers and what they do and how they go about things and their growth. I've kind of beaten myself up about the fact that my videos aren't anywhere compared to theirs. However, I'm not the most tech savvy. I am working on it, but it's a learning process. And I've learned a lot already, and I just keep learning more, and I hope to learn even more as time goes on. I know of some people that have created YouTube channels and just skyrocketed, doing work that seems like not even a tenth of the amount of effort that I have, and I thought that there's something wrong with me, or the fact that they had more of a following before, and so it was my fault somehow, because if you didn't know, I've been homeschooled and I haven't been heavily followed or looked up to or anything like that. I've distanced myself from people. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people around me, but I have my few close people, and that's really all that matters to me. And do they watch my videos? I don't know, probably not, because they know everything that's going on. And a lot of the stuff I post is just common knowledge to the people around me. And then I realized that you gotta start somewhere, and it's not about that. It's so much more than that. You are so much more than that. No, I'm not like most people around my age that are going to be creating videos about makeup, or I've now created based on teen pregnancy, which probably is not the most watched thing. But again, it's just really not about that. I just want to be able to help others. Another thing I've realized is that I just need to give myself time. And if I do this for a year and decide that it's just not for me, so be it. But maybe I will really end up finding a passion for it. Or maybe I'll end up finding out that I want to do even more with it. Who knows? And I think it's worth a shot. At the least, I learned a lot from it, and I've gained a lot from this experience. That's all I could ask for, and I'm so thankful that I did decide to do this. And it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there, especially for someone who is more of a private person about certain things. Like, to the people close to me, I'm not very private about my information. I'm pretty open about everything. But to anybody that's not in my very close circle, I'm quite private and closed off. So this was a lot to put myself out there, and especially at such a crazy time. Pregnancy and the hormones and emotions and everything that comes along with it, and then soon to be motherhood. It's taken a lot for me to do it, but I'm glad that I have, and I feel like I've learned a lot from it so far, and I'm sure I'm going to learn so much more. And I truly hope that it does help somebody, so that way I don't feel like I did it for nothing. But again, at the least, it was a growing experience. I can be a very outspoken person, and sometimes I get myself in trouble, but I think that it has helped me a bit with YouTube, just because I can be so outspoken without seeing people's reaction. I'm talking to myself, which a lot of people find a little bit uncomfortable, and I definitely did it first. I made a ton of videos before I made the ones that I've been posting. Actually, I still have a few of them, if that'd be something you're interested in seeing, like my reaction to videos that you guys have never seen. I will say they are makeup related though, so it's not like they're anything like the content that I have been putting out. There's definitely a ton of fails. Like every time I've tried to do a makeup video, it has completely failed. I was ready to completely give up on YouTube, and I, kind of just set it aside for a while. And then I found out I was pregnant, and it took me a while, but I decided that I wanted to be able to help others like me. I go to YouTube for a lot of things, as far as just being able to relate or get advice or just not feel alone about certain things, and so I wanted to be able to provide that for someone else. Yes, there are other teen pregnancies and teen mom videos on YouTube, but I feel like there's not as many in comparison to like the beauty community or something. And they're also very different stories, just as mine is. Pregnancy is so different, motherhood is so different for everybody, let alone the fact that I'm just a very different person. So, I don't know, I just felt like maybe somebody could benefit from that. I know I've been really repetitive about saying that I wanted to help somebody, and I hope it doesn't come off as conceited that like I think somebody could benefit from hearing about my life, but it's just like my struggles, I guess, or not struggles, just relating. I also want to give my overall views on YouTube as a whole. There can be quite a bit of negativity that can come from YouTube, and it can definitely affect you in a negative way if you let it. But on the flip side, it can have such a positive impact on so many people, along with yourself, in growth and development. And just the YouTube community in general is just a crazy thing. It's like a whole nother world and a way to connect with people. A lot of people need that connection because they don't find it elsewhere, and I think that's where a lot of YouTubers come from. For an example, a huge one that you probably know of is like Shane Dawson, and I think a lot of his viewers, like myself, I have literally watched all 1,000 plus of his videos, along with anyone that does associate with him. So like his boyfriend and his best friend and his boyfriend's sister, I watched all their videos, and all of his different friends and the people that he's collabed with. I end up at least trying to watch their videos because I just really think highly of him. But moving on from my Shane Dawson rant, I think YouTube provides just a completely different side that you don't get elsewhere. I guess it's also like with gaming and stuff. I'm not into gaming at all, but I think that that can provide a whole new level of communication with different people, and I don't know, I just think that can be really beneficial. Finding your place, making you not feel alone, finding people that you relate to and actually feel like you fit in with, friendships and opportunities that can come from YouTube. I mean, what's that saying? The world is your oyster? That's how I feel about YouTube also. I don't know, this might be kind of silly, and I probably didn't say anything very interesting, and I know it's kind of short. I just wanted to open up to you a little bit and explain my story with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any video requests or questions or want advice or anything, I don't know how much I can help, but I can definitely try, and so just comment that below. My social medias are always linked in the description, so feel free to check those out. Thanks. Bye.